bit about our family and the project that we're doing. Um, Gerrit and I got married in 2002, and at that stage, we didn't know, or we didn't know much about the FHD, and our framework was very little. So when I got pregnant, the gynae referred us to um, a geneticist in Tygerberg Hospital. It's one of the big state hospitals. And the only thing she could tell us that the chance will be 50-50% the kids will get FHD. She couldn't tell us how severe. Even her knowledge was very limited. Um, she also told us that the studies will take 20 years till we get anything. And it's 16 years now later, and we know so much about it now. Um, we visited a few doctors. The Dr. Gerrit actually visited, was one of my colleagues, and he just told Gerrit when he was in standard 9, that's grade 11, just keep your hair short. That is the only reference that Gerrit always got. And if you go to the doctors, you usually, they didn't know anything about FHD. You had to tell them, and it still happens. Okay, so our youngest, Elliot, is now 12 years old, and he is now using a wheelchair to get around. He was a very active little boy. We had numerous visits to the emergency unit to get stitches. Um, um, and then when he turned 5 years old, it's that he started weakening drastically. In the short space of time from 4, 5 till 6, he couldn't walk for long distances. He had to use a mobility scooter that which we got him. It was crucial for us that he stayed in a normal um, school. He go and he because his friends were his support system. The little boy on the right with Elia, they grew up together. And it's very heartwarming when you see the two of them together. They just click. And his friend helps him a lot. So at 6 years old, Elia's life changed a lot, but we still tried to do the normal thing. We recently got a 4x4 wheelchair. We got a caravan on Marketplace that is wheelchair friendly. And we go camping. We got a beach chair that we go swimming with the boys. Elga loves swimming. He's very active and still active. He does all the school activities, but just with a twinge. I also started running and took him on a run with me. So we do try to do normal things with them to introduce normal life to them. Then Leon Louis just also turned 15. In the last year and a half, 2 years, his life also changed a lot. He was very active. He played cricket, rugby, hockey. Couldn't get him off the field. He wanted to do everything. He even wanted to go crocodile diving, things like that. He's so Leon Louis was fortunate to complete his primary school without a wheelchair, but he struggled. Walking was all right, but difficult. Climbing stairs difficult, and then when he started high school last year, 3 months he went to school. He was adamant to still walk and do the normal things, but staying at home and this 3 months, everything's just changed. His whole body just weakened and came this. They went to school 2020, the end of the year. We could see this is not going to happen normal. We have to give him some assistance. Then we got him a nice school scooter, and that thing is very fast, but not comfortable for him. So, but we're buying a wheelchair now for him. Then the project came where we went to see the school to get the school wheelchair friendly. Gerrit and I went to see the principal, and they were more than excited to let us do what we can. They had something in mind, but they didn't know how to do it. They had a budget for this chairs that goes up the stairs, but that wasn't thought through because if the person uses a wheelchair, you have to have a wheelchair up and a wheelchair downstairs. So hence the name came up. It's an old traditional name of DF Milan, the high school. And the name is Wassertrap, meaning waar is die trap? The step is gone, the stairs are gone. So in Afrikaans, it's Afrikaans word. So then Wassertrap project started. And phase one started. We did a few things. The school gave money, we gave money. Friends gave quotations till they actually cut the quotations, helping us, giving manpower. Family helped. So we started with small wheelchairs, dropping the curbs, ramps at different classrooms, and then bigger ramps like in the school, because this school, they just built a new building, stairs to the next part. So it's a lot of little stairs in the whole school. So the ramp started, and then there was also a lift involved. One lift from the first floor to the second floor. Leon Louis could reach with one ramp this floor, and then the lift will go upstairs. And then, yeah, so as I already said, a lot of friends helped, family helped to reach our goal with a little of the money that was available in the fund already. And then we started with fundraising also. So the project is finished at the moment. 60 to 70% of the classes is already accessible. Leon Louis can reach all his classes except the English class. That is now the priority for this semester. So phase two is in planning. And the school has been very supportive, and they really drive the project, and they also help with fundraisers like selling masks. They have a spice project that will give some money to Wassertrap project. A lot of alumni helped with money, and some of my colleagues and friends gave money. It's really heartwarming when you see people pitch in. So we still need a lot of funds to complete phase two, but we're 100% better off than last year this stage. And we're excited to, and yesterday I was talking to Leon Louis, and I asked him if he's all right at school, and he says, yes, it's actually nice. Everybody knows him. They help him a lot, opening the lift door for him, let him go first, coming to hear if he's okay, if there's anything that they can help with. It's really heartwarming to see the love of the kids. And I think it's also good for kids to get to know somebody that's not normal, not like them, and also see the things that other kids struggle with. These two kids are really our superheroes. And that's what Gerrit and I call them. They teach us a lot about ourselves. And I must say, we laugh a lot. We still try to keep it normal. We are normal as a family. So, yeah, that is us, the Vessels family in a nutshell. Thank you for listening.
Wow, Gerrit and Annika, that's absolutely incredible. Yeah, it's very, very heartwarming, and well done to you guys for actually doing that. I know that love has motivated this project because of the love of your sons. But yeah, well done. Not many parents would dare to even try, and so well done. That's really, really an excellent project, and we appreciate you sharing and showing us those slides. It was lovely to actually see, you know, the progress of things. And now your sons, I have a question. Are they, what have they had to say about like all their camping trips and stuff like that? Did they realize that they were different, and how did they deal with that and handle that? Because I think the emotions of whether you're young or whether you're old, the way that you feel in society with regards to dealing with FSHD does matter. And why I ask that question is because with children particularly, they're always honest, you know, and you can always get to hear the heart of it. So as parents, what did you find was the most difficult part of raising your children in a society where you couldn't go explaining to everybody what FSHD was, and yet, you know, they may not have been like the other children running around and carrying on? Did you find that difficult, and your sons?
Nou, ik kan die antwoord.
Yeah, from my side, I mean, I must be honest. I mean, the younger one is a total different personality to the older one. The younger one, he takes everything in his stride, and you couldn't give a flying feather what you think of him, and what he does. So where the older one is a bit more, maybe it's because it happened to him at a later stage, getting into a wheelchair where he's more sensitive to the subject. But yeah, all in all, it took them a while I mean, the younger one was within a couple of months. He was at the point where it didn't matter to him anymore where he goes and what he do and how he does it, as long as he gets it done. And the older one is now at that point where he starts to, I mean, he's just gone through this difficult period from last year to the stage where we are now, where he's accepting the condition, and then getting to a point where, you know, I can't care if what society thinks, how I look or how I do things. I will do it my way, and I will get it done. So yeah, in that regard, I think they mentally quite strong. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few things I always say is the rules doesn't apply to us. There's no rules as long as you stay true to yourself. You can do anything you want in your way, and you don't care what people think. You just go and do your thing. I think, and I think our family, we don't go camping without family, and they understand that we cannot go fishing on the rocks or and we will go rather to the seaside, and it's easier. So when we're not with them, they will go do the climbing and things like that. They're very accommodative to that part. So we usually go with family, and our friends are also
Take us into consideration.
yeah, they take us consideration, and they're very understanding. So the support system is quite good.
Oh, well done. That's fantastic to hear. Thank you. Thanks for that. Questions, you guys are welcome.
Sorry. I think it's great, and you know, it just shows you how small the world is, because one of my sisters is actually a teacher at DF Milan, and I believe the school's name is about to change very shortly. But you know what? It's, apart from the fact that it's such a small world, I want to commend you guys for the effort that you're putting in, the love that you show. You know, it's really super.
Thanks.
And Gerrit, I also just want to say, you are our superheroes for what you're doing for your children. I think, yeah, it's like George said, it's a small world that our sister is there. She's the one sick today that asked that we record this because she really wanted to see your presentation. And she's extremely proud of the project that you actually encouraged. And for me, it's so wonderful to know that there's a school somewhere. And I mean, this is a public school. June, that comes from America, don't know what our public schools are like. This is a public school that will now be fully open and for anybody, for any child that has a physical disability. So that's a huge step in the right direction. Anneke, I just want to ask you, your children, can they raise their arms? Or is their arms also affected? Or
Yeah, not very high. Alia's left arm is lame, and then Leon Louis' right arm. So yeah, but they it's amazing how they maneuver. Alia will throw his arm like this, and he will do everything. He plays guitar as well. So he wants to stop it, but I said today he said he wants to stop it again. I said no, you have to do something, and
But
yeah.
don't expect a CD coming out soon, eh?
thank you.
At least he's doing it.
Can I also say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just also like to say the amount of support that you're giving to the young boys, to your two young boys. I can tell you now, it means a lot. You know, I think me being the youngest in this group and having gone to school, having been to high school, and when you say that they had to unfortunately give up on their dreams of being sportsmen where they loved it, you know, that actually it really hits home a lot because that can really have an impact on young men. So the amount of love that you're showing to them, showing them that you don't have to be somebody else, but you can do the most by being you. Wow, it's just amazing. And just want to say, just carry on doing that, and they really appreciate it, I'm sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Also from the foundation side, LTA actually made me aware of this project. So I made contact with the school because I thought this is such an inspiring story and I wish it would inspire other schools as well. So their marketing person wrote an article that will be featured in our next magazine that comes out in June. And I hope it will be okay with you if we have some pictures of the boys in there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the principal.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much, because I really hope that other schools would also follow suit when they see this can be done.
Yeah, just to thanks, Gerda. Just to add to that, the primary school panorama where Alia is still at, we must just mention them as well. I mean, they are fortunate enough to still be able to have teachers move around instead of classes move around. So they are accommodating him as well. I mean, they don't have all the facilities that we're doing at the high school, but they are prepared to move the teachers around to assist him and accommodate him. So there's actually 2 schools involved here that is doing great work and in assisting us.